Welcome to Tara Astrology. What happens when Sun goes in the second house in your birth chart? Sun is your natural Atmakaraka, meaning it defines the purpose of your soul, and slowly as time goes on, you move towards that purpose to fulfill your pending karma in this life. Sun also represents your father, government, authority figures, your confidence, ego, and your creativity. When Sun goes in the second house, then it shows that a native has uh, a very unique voice, even though if it's uh, if it's a woman, then they don't have a sweet voice. They have a very distinctive voice of kind of a bit hoarse, but a bit different, a bit authoritative uh, than the mouse. And it also shows that the native has a very authoritative way of speaking. Uh, they are very expressive in nature so they always try to express how they are feeling, and they always try to express their emotions through communication, through speaking. That's how they express how they feel. And when Sun goes in the second house here, then it also shows that native's father has a lot of accumulated resources. Either it may be from inheritance or it may be any hidden resources, but it shows that even though you may tell me my father does not earn that much, but when Sun goes in the second house, it can be seen that native's father has certain amount of resources, properties um, in his name, uh, especially after the birth of the native. It can also be seen that native's father sets distinctive values, rules in the family, and native's father plays an important role in in upbringing the children in the family, and plays like a leader in the family. It can also be seen that native, after the birth of the native or before the birth of the native's family belong to a bit wealthy family in a society or in a group of people. They are known to be a bit wealthy, someone who has lots of resources to count on. So, in terms of accumulation of wealth, and significantly as you get older, your focus also goes towards accumulation of wealth. Accumulation of wealth becomes very significant in your life, especially as if there is the shower of planets like Jupiter, and expands the significance of everything. So just in case if we have Sun Dasha and Jupiter Antardasha, or you have Jupiter Mahadasha and Sun Antardasha, then at this period of time, it just expands the significance of your Sun, and you will have focus in accumulating as much as wealth as you can, because now here that becomes the purpose of your life, purpose of your soul. So you may be into since seventh house is aspecting the eighth house here, so you may be highly interested in occult science, astrology, especially anything that relates research. So you love to research, and you love to find out things that cannot be seen by eyes. So you can do very well in terms of psychology, astrology, or any health professions. It also indicates It also gives a very good profession in health industry fields. And also it can be seen that native has a um, very a native gives priority when it comes to their food choices. They won't just randomly go into some fast foods, eat some fast foods, and be like, okay, I'm done now. And their priority every day will be having something of high quality. They may not care uh, when it comes to food and when it comes to clothing and clothing or brands. They may not care about that. Like shoes, bags, they may not care about that. But when it comes to food, they want the food of high quality, and they want the food which is the best, um, as far as they can get. So, and this is how you make your sun better as well. So if you have the high quality food, because sun is the king, so sun demands the high quality food. So uh, if you prefer good food, quality food over quantity, and you eat food that is been made with hard work by the chefs, then you will see that your sun gets better. And second house is the also house of your speech. So here sun gives you a very authoritative tone, and especially uh, as you know, when king gets angry, king often get king often fails to take good decisions. So especially when the native is angry, uh, the native has to be very careful, because it can give native very harsh speech at that point of time. So native has to be careful with their speech. And also sun in the second house, you have to be careful of your food choices, as I already said. And here is sun sitting in the second house of family. It shows that native has an inner urge to fulfill family needs, and natives comes up with certain responsibility that no one has to tell the native that the native has to do. Native does it by himself, and native um, when it comes to in their early 20s, then native has lots of responsibility of the family, and native is happy to fulfill, because sun is a sun wherever sun sits takes the responsibility of that house, and is very um, happy to do selflessly whatever the native can in that house. So the native happily and native takes the responsibility of the family whenever the native starts to earn. In this position, it can also be seen that since native is a bit authoritative, so it can be sometimes seen that native has ego clashes with their parents, since sun sitting in the second house wants the native to take responsibility of the family, and the native often take decisions, and due to which there can be like ego clashes between the family members. The native may feel like my voice is not heard, my decisions are not honored. So the native needs to be careful that native has these positions, and if the native tries to not come up with these things in their conflict, since this is what happens in this position, then uh, as long as you maintain harmony in the family and you take good care of your resources, so you will see that your son slowly becomes better, and you feel that you and as your second house becomes better, it takes you it makes your first house better. So if you make if you make good food choices, if you have good speech, and if you take good care of your family members, if you take good care of your resources, then you will see that it will help your first house, because second house from any house always increases the significance of your house of the house. So you will see that a different you have a different respect for yourself, and you will see that you have a different aura now, and you will feel better than before. So it's very important to make your second house better with the looking the position of the sun to make your first house better. Overall, this is a very good placement. Thank you.